Hello everybody, it's Kathy Champion with Random Acts of Crafting, and we are back for part 4 of our series, our 2019 Christmas album. So as you know, this is our first page. This one is completed, and this is more just a decorative page. I didn't make this with pockets or anything to stick in. I just basically wanted this to be our cover, and it's very simple. I was able to stamp the 2019 down the side like this because I wanted this album. My idea in creating this album is that you could have a page or two for all your events for Christmas. If you take your child to go see Santa Claus, have a page with that. You have an office party, have a couple pages for that. If you have a church social, and usually at Christmas there's Sunday school parties and full church parties. You have different organizations in the church, such as the choir. Maybe your husband's a deacon, and just different things like that may go on in your church, and you can have that. Families have ornament parties. I know the ladies in my family, I have a sister-in-law who hosts a ornament exchange party every year, and it's always so much fun, and I take bukus of pictures. So I'm going to definitely want a page or two devoted to that. I go sometimes to see my children at Christmas, so whichever one I go and spend Christmas with, I will take a lot of pictures. So just different things that go on in your life, and everybody's life is different. We all have different activities, and so your album is going to be different. You're going to build it different because you're going to build it for you. So anyway, when we paused yesterday, we had finished up this page, and this is our waterfall with a magnet closure, and I thought that turned out really pretty, setting it up with a poinsettia in the middle. And then this was a very simple page with just a simple pocket. I did do these tags in the Tag Builder stamp set by Meme. So if you want to look for that stamp set, it's one of the smaller ones. It's not the big one, and these are great. I did do several of them in different colors. And as you can see, so I've got some tags that I made off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these over here because those we are considering done. And let's work on this page. This page right here I thought would look so cute. We did it in the triangle like this. And I thought, how cute would it be to bring this like right up to the hole, like so. And I didn't get that little place cut out perfect, and this is what I'm talking about, camouflaging your mistakes. This right here dresses this up. We can stickle this later. We can stickle it now before we glue it down, but I think I'm gonna wait because when I come back we can do our embellishments on the page. I want this to live right here, and it's almost right to where the holes are at, but that's okay. I don't think that's going to matter. And we're only going to glue it down here, here, and here. And I'll show you. That will leave this edge up for you to stick pictures and stuff under. And then we're going to dress it up with that little snowflake sitting right there on it. And I thought that would be extremely cute. So let's grab the art glitter glue. And remember what I said. We're only going to glue it here, here, and here. That's going to leave this entire L open. So yeah. Crossed here, down the side, and my art glitter glue is not wanting to play. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today and that you're ready for the weekend. And my video that supposed to go up Friday, which this is Friday that I'm recording this. I always record a day ahead. I have trouble getting it loaded. It is going up, but it's not going up at its regular time, which would have been at 10 this morning, and it's a little bit later than that, but I had some upload issues and that kind of slowed me down just a bit. Okay, and we're just going to glue that down. Now again, this is doing it this way. You have these little pockets. Need a little bit more glue right here. Just like so. I'm going to give that a moment to adhere, but we are going to put this little snowflake right there. And I think this is going to look so cute once you stickle it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little glue. I would pop this up, but I think it would get too much tear. But I love these little snowflakes. This was actually punched with an EK Tools punch, and I'll show you that one. Just a second. See, I really want that to adhere, but not glue our page down. Just like so. So now we'll be able to stick some little tags in here, like so. And I'm just going to leave one in there for now to show you how that you can get several tags in there. But this may be problematic. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it is, we might just trim that one off. Okay, this was our little door that we made. So I picked out this piece of paper, and I'm going to glue it down right here. And then we're going to decide what we're going to do on the inside of this page. And I have an idea, but I got to see if it's going to work. So let's just go ahead and glue this down. On camera, this always looked like you're putting down so much glue, but if you look at that, I'm barely dragging it on. You don't have to have a whole lot of glue for art glitter glue to stick and really give you a hold. Okay, and that still closes. That's what you wanted to make sure that the magnet still catches, and it does. Now I want to put something here, but I'm thinking we might leave this flap for a picture. And I know I want to put something there, and I'm actually thinking about another one of these snowflakes. I did punch out a couple. Let me show you that punch in case you want to look for it. It is a beautiful snowflake, and it is a big punch, as you can see. And there's your snowflake, like that. So I love the EK Tools punches. One thing is because the way they store. I actually store this in a box with this up, and I can stack them against each other. It's sort of like this. I can see with them stacked in like that I have a balloon, a snowflake, and so forth and so on. So I kind of keep those in that order. Because I have some that are flowers and some that are just little tags and, you know, just different little elements like that. I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right there. You know, I think I want that white snowflake because these snowflakes are white on here. And I'm going to put this one down a little bit flatter. And that's going to cover that magnet, but it still holds. That's what you want to always make sure of when you have magnets on things, that they will hold. Now for this one right here, I think I'm going to glue this piece down. This is just a strip of leftover cardstock that I used, and I actually used my, which punch did I use? I use this punch right here, and again, this is the EK Tools, and these are considered border punches. So I punched out on both sides of that. So what we're going to do on this side, because we don't want to have a lot of bulk, and I just want this to glue at the top and the bottom, and it will give you a slot here to put stuff under. So I'm just going to come up here, and I'm going to put glue there, and I'm going to put glue at the bottom, just a tiny bit, enough so it will hold, but you know, you don't want to do an overkill. And then I'm just going to sit this down right on this page. Now again, like I said, these are all suggestions. These are not me saying you need to make the album like this, because that's not true. And I have a little green tag here that will fit behind here. And you could put a picture on that. You could use a piece of paper, and it still closes. So now we're going to decide what are we going to do with this page. It is Snowflake. I'm thinking that a white, I don't know if I want to do a white pocket on that one. Okay. Sometimes you just need to think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this page aside, and I'm going to treat it as one of my done pages, like so. And this side goes up. So I'm going to set it over here until I decide what I'm going to do on that back. And we will come back to that one, so not to worry. All right. Now we're going to pull the next page down. And let's see. Okay. On this page, I did cut out, this piece right here measures 2.5, and this is a 1/2 6-inch sliced from diagonally from one corner to the other. So I hope that makes sense. So what I want to do on this page is I want to put this diagonal down like so. Let's get it all the way to the corner. And see, it fits on there perfectly, but I want this to live right here. I want it to have just a tiny bit of a border, I think. No, maybe I don't. I'm going to glue this up here, down here, and here, but I'm also going to glue this one here and here. So we're going to have almost like a pocket on top of a pocket, if that makes sense. Let's glue this down, and then I'll show you what we're talking about. That's so pretty. And this is the poinsettia that, I can't remember if I showed y'all this one yesterday on camera. I think the one that I showed you was the one on the waterfall, but I did make this one later, and this is made with the Gina Marie die that May carries. And she still does have this die set in store. I checked yesterday. So if you want that, I would say go grab it, because these aren't going to last long. But please, if you buy anything that I suggest, if you would please use the link. If you don't have the link, email me and I'll send it to you. But I usually link it in my videos. So only thing, all that does, it takes you through my link to her store. When you get there, you shop like you normally would. You can use your club member discount. If you got loyalty points, you can use those. But it allows me to get just a small commission off of any sales that I send May's way. So again, like I said, if you could do that for me, I would certainly appreciate it. My dogs are snoring. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but they, you know, let sleeping dogs lie, so I'm letting them lie. They are so sweet, and I love them. Do I want that over here? I think I want it over here. And I think putting that poinsettia on this page is going to really set that off. This way we can slide stuff under here. I don't want to do it just yet because I want my glue to dry. But I'll press that down. And then this poinsettia needs to live about there. Isn't that gorgeous? I thought up here, it looks good in both places. Let's see. It really pops on that green though. I think I'm going to put it right there. I love this poinsettia. Both of those die sets are gorgeous. So the other one that I showed you that I made, the other one, the poinsettia from yesterday, was a combination of this die set and Doris die set called assorted poinsettia. So we're just going to set that down right there and let that glue catch. And now we have another pocket, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's why I did the tags. I wanted to show you how you can stick. And you can put as many tags in here for pictures and journaling that you would like. So now let's see what we can do with this side. This side too I'm going to come back to because I've got another idea for this one, and I think it's going to entail this piece of paper, I think. Yeah. So we're going to come back to this side as well. I'll tell you what we're going to do. The ones that we're coming back to, I'm going to lay them up here so we know that those are going to need our attention. Now the next page that I cut, I had a 6x6 paper pack that had this little element in it. And I punched it out. It was like a little punch out. I punched it out and traced it on a heavy duty Not Your Mama's cardstock, and I cut it out, and also the little border one too. So now I have what I like to call a template, if I can find it amongst my stuff. And I promise you I had it. But it makes a good little template. I tell you, oh, here it is. It was sticking right there. And I put a little bit of Tombow adhesive that will release. And all I done was set this down on the paper and drew around it. And then that gave me a cute little page that can live here. I want this to flip out, so we're going to do some hinges on it. So I am going to hinge this to this card, to this page. This is a page, so not to get y'all confused, but if you have any elements like that, and you can cut these out. If you have a Cricut, you can cut one of these out of paper and then trace it on your heavy-duty cardstock. These absolutely make beautiful little embellishments for your book. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue this side to the paper, and I'm going to use the strip to put my glue on. Okay. And we're going to glue this onto here. Whoops. Let me lay it down and see if I can match it up, because I want it to lay perfect on there, and it's, there we go. That right there adhered really well. And then what I want it to do is I want it to live right here on this. And all I done was took a strip of cardstock the same color as this. I cut my scalloped edge on it. I made sure it was straight on this edge. I made it the depth that I wanted it to go over this page. So I just measured down and said, that's about right, and I cut my paper. So now I am going to put some art glitter glue on the back side of this construction strip, and then we are going to just glue it down. And I do want to make sure I'm watching my orientation. My holes are over here, so I'm not going to be covering my holes. So when I was designing this, that's exactly what I thought. I want it to fold in, and then we're probably going to have another piece that's going to fold out. So let's just sit this down right on the edge of our page, making sure we got that nice and even. And I am going to go in with my bone folder, and I'm going to just really varnish that down. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to do the same thing to the outside. Now we have a nice little hinge page, and don't worry about this showing because we are going to cover this. I'm going to come in here and cover this, and we're also going to put a strip down that. So let me cut this off, and then we'll get back to that. But I thought those make such cute little elements. They're not hard to make. If you don't have a piece like I did, you can try to freehand this. I'll see if I can take a picture of it and save it as a PDF, and then you can cut that out yourself. I'll see if that's feasible. I am going to cut this little strip off of this paper. And now this piece is ready. Okay, sorry about that little hiccup, but I had a phone call that I needed to take. What I have done is I glued this, and I think that's where we were at. I glued this down using a binding strip. And the binding strip is just a 1-inch piece of paper scored in half scored at a ½ inch. And I glued 1/2 of it down to the page and 1/2 of it down to the little cutout that I did here. So we are going to decorate this a little bit. So I thought that these 2-inch strips that I have, like this, would look so cute on here. So I think I'm going to put this one. This one's a little wider and it looks really, really pretty, but we need to bind them at the top because they just barely fit. And I want them to, actually want them to fit over top. So let me measure this one. This one is 2.5. So I'm going to cut a strip off of this that's 2.5 by 1. So let's get our trimmer out. So we're going to go this way. We need it to be 2.5. Let's see, maybe we can do 2.5 this way. Yeah, we'll do 2.5 this way. It's always hard to get a piece of cardstock to cooperate with you when it's small. Okay, there's 2.5. So I'm just going to cut that. And then I'm going to cut 1 inch off of this, and I'm going to use this side of my scoreboard for the 1 inch. That gives me more to hold on over here. So there's my little binding strip for the green piece. And see, it's going to fit back there, and nobody's going to see it, and it's going to hold this together. And then this is my red piece for this little piece. So let's go ahead and construct those, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those. I love the look of the little strips coming down on the waterfall. Just like the waterfall, the little strip that held it in place. Oops. This little strip. These are so cute on anything. And of course on this one we had the room to glue it right up there at the top, which made it look really neat and very nice. So I want to kind of do the same thing here, but we're not going to put a waterfall under it. We are going to use this as a strip that is going to hold some tags in. So let's go ahead and score this little piece. And my scoreboard, I just had it. Aha! I'm just going to use this little one for this, because you really don't need to go with the big one. We're just going to do a ½ inch. So, and I'm holding that really tight on that side with my thumb. To me, that's the best way for me to get a ½ inch score. And if I needed a 1/4 inch score, I usually would hold it over here, come down, and then hold it up and come down. So there is a way to do this, you know, you just have to be creative. Okay, so there's our green strip, and I have my red one. So I'm going to lay this back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this strip to here, like so. So let's use a little glue. And I'm just going to run a bead of glue right across here. And I want it to be a little heavier than I normally would. So just like so. And then all I'm going to do is set this down with the folded side up into the glue. And you want to try to get this as even at the top and the sides as you possibly can. So just work it. And see, that looks really nice. You don't see it from behind. And I always try to choose a green. It is hanging off right there just a hair, but you know that's not a problem because we have scissors and we know how to use them. So anytime you got a little hangover, don't be afraid. Pull them scissors out and just whack it off. You know, paper's not perfect, and neither are we. Alright, we have this one ready, so this one can go down like so. And then this red one is going to live on top of it. I think that's so cute. And then we can put some little embellishment right there. Let's see. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to use that smaller print. I like it. So I am going to put another bead of glue, just like I did on the other one, right across here. And I want to tell all you crafters, if you have not bought your art glitter glue for the winter, you need to do that ASAP. I just ordered my bottle yesterday, another bottle, because with me bringing crafts to everybody on a daily basis, I'll go through a lot of glue this year. So I did not want to find myself without glue and have to make a trip to Alabama. And I'm sure my husband would appreciate that too. So I went ahead and got a bottle of the 8-ounce bottle, hoping that that's going to hold me along with what I already have until spring, and I will probably get some more when I go to Made It Con in April. And if any of y'all that are watching don't know what Made It Con is, anybody that watches May Made It, you know what Made It Con is. It is a craft convention, and we have a blast. So if you can go, they're going to have it in Alabama. It's going to be down where May's at, and Verbena is where her store is, and I think the convention itself is going to be one town up, called Clanton. So I don't know if there's any classes left. They might have sold out, but it is a fun time. So if you're in the area, they're going to have an open house at the store, which is going to be great because everybody can mingle and shop and just hang out. I think it's going to be a blast. And I've been to May's shop and I love it. It is beautiful. The decor is wonderful, but I think the people is what makes it so extra special. So, all right, we got that down, and now I need to decide how I want to close this. I really want a magnet because I love the magnets when they come down. But with having this double, you can actually stick tags underneath this one. I would probably stick them on this side and let them stick out over here like that. You can stick them like this. And then we also have the one under here where you can put more tags. I love this one, the Santa's Workshop. I think I'm going to use that on the front of something. And you got places under here for more and more. So all we need here is a closure that will hold that in place. I love that. I think it turned out super cute. So I'm going to take all the tags out so I can work but that's what I wanted to show you. And if you don't want to do tags, you can do squares like this, and you can put a little frame on it and then put a picture on it. So you can use tags or that. I mean, it's totally up to you. I think, no, I don't want Santa's Workshop there. Let's go ahead and get us a magnet, and then we will decide what we're going to do next. I have one left that is this one right here. The adhesive came off of it, but we're going to use that bad boy because he still works. Let's see. Yep, I got an adhesive on one side, but I don't have it on the other. So I am going to put I think I'm going to put the magnet right there, the first side of it. And if you can't find these magnets in your craft store, maymaymadeit.com has it. And again, if you will use the link that's in my that's in the description, if you go to May's store and you use my link, I think I get like 3%. It's a very small percentage, but it does help. Whenever I earn $100, I can actually receive that money, and I can buy some more craft supplies and what have you. Okay, so now we need to see which way this one needs to lay. So I'm going to press that down, and I'm going to lay that right there. Ah, that's good. I think it's going to hold both of them. It is. That is wonderful. So that lets me know exactly where this one needs to be glued. So this is the one that's loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some art glitter glue and put right here on this magnet, since the adhesive is gone. I'm going to bring it to just like so, and I'm just going to press on that. And I think that's done. Now all we need to do is decorate that strip, and I think I'm going to pull out another die, and we are going to decorate that up with something a little bit different. I've got a snowman here that I might fussy cut that snowman and stick him right there. Isn't he cute? I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get my little cutter bee scissors. I'm not going to use the this portion of him. I don't know, maybe we will. I'll just cut around this like so. And if I'm trying to leave a little bit of the white border. And when you're fussy cutting, if you'll keep your scissors at an angle like that, it makes the fussy cutting so much easier to do, and you have so much more control of what you're doing. But that cut out pretty good. So I'm just going to cut up and around. And then when I get to that little corner, I'm going to turn my scissors. And if you notice, I didn't turn the scissors, I actually turned the paper. And that's what you want to do when you're fussy cutting. Don't move your scissors, move the paper. That gives you nice even cuts rather than having those little jagged cuts. I need to cut this piece off because it is in my way. This is the Not Your Mama's cardstock, so it's very, very heavy. So I'm going to cut up in there, and then I'm going to turn him and cut here. I love this little snowman. He is one of my favorite little snowmen. He is just so super cute. I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to come back in right here. Now I did use the VersaFine ink when I stamped him, and then I decided that I wanted to use my Nuvo alcohol markers. And Nuvo markers, any alcohol marker, doesn't do well with VersaFine. But I love VersaFine ink. Y'all know I do. But I wish they could come out with something that stamps as good as VersaFine. That was safe for our alcohol markers, that wouldn't smear. But I use Memento normally, or Stays On. Stays On, they say, is a really good one to use. I said I use it, but I don't. I know it's been recommended. I have Memento, and that's what I use. But I've been tempted to try the Stays On, but I know it stains your stamps really bad. And anybody knows me knows I'm just a tiny bit, just, you know, about a smidgen, not that much, OCD. You wouldn't think it to look at my desk. Look at this mess. But if y'all watch me craft, if you were here after the video goes, after I shut the camera off, I have to clean all this up. Even though I'm going to come back to it, I have to clean it up, put it away, and then I come back again later and pull it back out. But I just need my surface to be cleaned off while I'm not crafting. Okay, I'm going to come up on this and around like so, and just cut into that and see if that'll wiggle or loose. And it does. I think he will look really cute living right there. What do y'all think? I think he's super cute, and I think that's a good home for him. So we're going to leave him there, but I am going to clean up my trash. And let's get some glue and glue him down. And I'm just going to glue him flat down on there because he's very thick. I don't think he needs to be foamed up, and that's going to be lifted quite a bit. So we don't want the lifting of the snowman, just that little band. I'm going to put a little glue right there across the bottom, just like so. And then I'm going to sit him just like that. Okay, so we've got this side done. We have a magnet with 2 closures here. You could put pictures here or here. You can stick tags under both of them. You got a place here. I might even do a pocket right there. Let's see how that would look under there. You know, we got to think about the look as well. I'm trying to be mindful of my time because I do have a tendency to run over. And it's been about an hour, so I think I might stop here for today's video. And this will actually, this is Saturday's video, so hopefully if we can get today's video up. I have been having trouble, so and today is Friday. I've had trouble with my internet and what have you, so had some issues, but hopefully we'll get them settled out. And I'm going to try to decide what I want under here. I'm thinking a pocket would be nice, but we'll see. But anyway, there's a page. We did this side of this one, and we got a tag sticking in there. And we got this one done, and with a tag. And now we've got to figure out, we got this done, we've got to figure out what we're going to do here. And I'm thinking just a white strip of paper across here, gusseted just a little bit so we can stick stuff in it. Yeah, because we've got enough of dimension with this piece. I love how this looks though. I really like that. I like to mix colors, as you can see. But that's going to do it for today, and we'll come back again tomorrow, and we will get the next video up in this series. It looks like this may end up being maybe about, let's see, this is going to be 4, 5, maybe 6 videos. I'm hoping within 6 videos I can have this completely done for y'all, and then if anybody's following along, or if you're waiting until the end and then you're going to make it, I can't wait to see it. So if you make one of these, be sure to go over to our Facebook page at Random Acts of Crafting by Kathy Champion. Just type that in the search bar. It'll take you to the page. If you're not already a member there, just do the request, and myself or Jennifer, we are the 2 administrators right now on that page. We will approve you, and then you can start posting all of your beautiful creations there. But if you make this album, you know I want to see it. So be sure to post whatever you make over there. It's open. You can share whatever you like. It does not have to be a Kathy-inspired piece of art. It can be whatever you make it. And we just draw from each other for inspiration. So thank you so much for tuning in again today for this number 4 series of our mini album. I'm really enjoying making this. I hope y'all are. Have a very, very blessed day, and show kindness. I can't stress that enough, how important it is for you to let someone know that they mean the world to you, because you don't know what they're going through. They may need that little bit of an assurance today. So until I meet you again here in my craft room, I love you all, and take care. Bye-bye.